Good morning and welcome to an information briefing. I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. Today is Tuesday, January 26th at 11 a.m. And we're here today to try to provide information and a status report about the county's snow recovery efforts following this weekend's record-setting blizzard. I do want to let you know that preliminary information from the National Weather Service has indicated to us that we received the highest snow total for a 1, 2, or 3-day snow event in the county's history. Of course, they'll confirm that over time. I do want to start off by thanking everyone. I want to thank the residents of Frederick County for their continued patience and cooperation and for allowing time for county crews and county contractors to do snow removal. I particularly want to thank all of our hardworking county employees who have been out on the roads for long hours trying to clear the roads, and also to all of our public safety people who have been responding to our daily emergencies just like we would any other day. There's been a lot of people hard at work in the county, and I appreciate all of their efforts. I know others are understandably frustrated. They want to be able to get out of their homes and to return to their normal activities or to get to work. We do have 95 county employees and another 65 contractors who are out working to move the snow from our roads. We have about 2,600 lane miles that we have to clear of county roads. And to put that in perspective, if you lined all those road miles up in a row, it would be one lane from Frederick all the way to California. Again, this has been a historic storm, and I do want to thank our crews for their efforts. Many of our workers have slept on cots or in local fire halls and occasionally in their truck so that they can stay on the road and get back to their jobs as quickly as possible. Snow removal is going to take a long time. It's going to take longer than what people would expect from a normal snowfall because of the record amount of snow that we received. Nearly every part of the county saw at least 30 inches of snow, some as much as 35 inches of snow. In some areas of the county, particularly in the southern areas of the counties, we have drifts that have reached heights of 6 feet. Plows are not really effective to move snow that is as heavy and as deep as what we've seen. So in some parts of the county, not in every part of the county, and in some neighborhoods, we have had to use heavy equipment to load up the snow and to haul it out. This takes a lot of time, so snow removal is much more time consuming than it might normally be. I do also want to make clear that there are no budget constraints that are limiting snow removal. We have increased the snow budget in the past year, in the current year budget, and also our snow reserve, so there are no budget limitations. In fact, we continue to add and hire contractors as they become available. As of this morning, our primary and secondary roads are mostly passable. They are not widened. If you have a 2-lane road, it may be 1 or 1.5 lanes wide in one direction. There's a lot of turn lanes are not cleared. So if you do get out to secondary roads, you will find that there is slower traffic because the road is not as wide as it might normally be, and turn lanes really have not yet been cleared. The roads in subdivisions and our residential neighborhoods have been more challenging. Under our normal tiered system of road snow removal, we do our primary roads first, our secondary roads second, and we are working hard to go into all of our residential subdivisions and neighborhoods to open first one lane passable to traffic. They will then come back after we have the county opened up and widen and open up those roads further. So I have received a number of complaints, as has our highway operations, and we've received them through email, Facebook, and phone call. We are listening and have heard those concerns. I am pleased to report that this morning crews are out working to clear one lane in a number of areas where we've had concern: Discovery and Waterside, north of the city of Frederick, Farmbrook, areas in Ballinger Creek, Park Mill Road, Windsor Knolls, Lock Haven, and New Market West. In Preston, most of the subdivision roads are open to one lane, but we are sending heavy equipment to address the steep hill. Many other areas will be seeing equipment now and throughout the day, particularly in Monrovia and in Kemptown area. And so I want people to know that additional equipment is en route. And as additional resources become available from contractors, we are adding them to our effort. Last night, we reported that we had a record number of contractors. We really do have more people out working than we have ever before. And we've brought in a lot of these people with heavy equipment. So since last night's update, we've added a number of pieces of heavy equipment. So our heavy equipment contractors are up by about 10%. We also have our park staff out helping crews in the Urbana area. And all of our crews are continuing to work extended hours, and we do have some people working around the clock. If you do want to report a road that has not been cleared, you can call 301-600-1564. And again, that number is 301-600-1564. Again, I want to thank everybody for your patience. This has been a historic event, and we are making progress. We do believe we have about 80 to 90% of our residential roads open to one passable lane. We are striving to get them all open. We had hoped to be able to do that yesterday, but we were slowed down by the fact that we had to haul snow out. I am very much aware of what's happening in our surrounding jurisdictions. They are also having the same challenges getting into their residential roads and their cul-de-sacs. And I just heard one of our neighboring county executives say that they had opened 45% of their residential roads. So we are making good progress. We will continue to do this. Again, travel out there is still slow, even if you do get out of your neighborhood. We really are asking you, if you can, to stay home for another day, to work from home, and to try to stay off the roads, because the more people that stay off the roads, the more our crews can do to either widen roads, open intersections, not have to deal with stranded cars. I do ask people to be careful. There is snow piled up very high at many intersections. It is hard to see around. And I do think people need to be cautious if they do go out. And I do want to remind people who have compared this to the snowstorm of 2010. In 2010, we did have two storms back to back. We did certainly have a lot of snow then. We had people stranded then as well. But we were able to plow more snow then than we have been in this storm, where we've had to really dig and haul snow. And the county government and the city were closed for over a week after that snow event. So we are really in day 3 of snow removal, and we are working hard. So I want to turn this over to our Director of Public Works, Chuck Knipe, who will add some additional comments.
Thank you, Executive Gardner. Executive explained some our overall approach to snow removal, but our first phase was to get roads passable. That meant a lane to a lane and a half and all streets. That's going along well. Primary and secondary roads are in good shape. Subdivisions are taking a little more time. Snow has to be removed by bucketing and hauling it out on the narrower streets. The next phase will be widening back to 2 lanes of travel. After that, we'll hit the intersections to increase or improve the proper traffic movements, such as turn lanes, and improve the visibility. And at that time, when we start doing intersections, we'll also be doing the cul-de-sacs. Right now, most of them, if you live on a cul-de-sac, you have most likely seen a snow plow or a piece of equipment push straight in. We have not forgotten about you. That's just to establish emergency access. We will be back in to clean cul-de-sacs up, but that's at the end. That will be the last thing of our snow removal operations. We don't have exact time frames on when each phase starts, because different areas are getting done quicker, and we can go from passable to widening and widening to intersections in those areas. If we have missed your road, please call the highway operations call center shown on the screen behind me, 301-600-1564. If you try to call other people or you know someone, the only thing you're doing is adding another step. The call center provides us the information in the most expedient manner. We've had some complaints as we've made passes, people have cleaned out their driveways, and snow plows coming back to widen have pushed them shut. Please know, we're aware of that. We're trying everything we can to be courteous and not push snow back into people's driveways, but it is going to happen. When that happens, we ask for your patience and your cooperation to remove your snow again. We're sorry. It's a lot of snow. But don't throw it back in the road. Don't push it back in the road. The only thing you're doing is endangering other people's lives traveling on those roads. Also, I'd ask people to be very cautious traveling. Just because a road looks clear, there could be a blockage in front of you. Please be cautious, be careful. As you're maneuvering around equipment in subdivisions, assume that they don't see you. Be cautious. We don't want to get anybody hurt, and we don't want to have any issues that slow us down further. Some things that you can do to help us would be not putting snow back in the roadway from driveways. And as you dig out your vehicles, if you cannot put snow in cleared areas, that would help a lot. If we have to go back and remove snow from areas that have been previously cleared, again, it's going to just slow us down. I'd like to add that we continue to bring on more and more assets, heavy pieces of equipment, snow plows as they become available. So we're going to continue ramping up till we get everybody out. Please be patient. It's taken us some time, but I think we're in good shape. I know for those of you that have been stuck at home, it's still frustrating. We haven't forgotten about you. We're doing everything possible to get you out as quickly as possible. So again, please, if you have questions, you think something's not happening or that we've forgotten, and those things can happen, call the call center number, 301-600-1564. Executive?
All right, thank you very much. We are doing our best to open the roads. We are coordinated with the City of Frederick, our other municipalities, and our state agencies. I do want to share, because I've been asked this a number of times, if you do have a medical emergency or another kind of emergency, please call 911. We are responding to all those calls. If necessary, we respond to them with snow removal equipment or with the National Guard. That is why we are still in a state of emergency, so that we continue to have those assets to assist us. It will take us some time to continue to dig out, so be patient. Recognize that as temperatures drop in the evening, snow removal slows and also roads become more dangerous. There will be some snow melt today, and that may turn to ice when temperatures get cold again. So if you can avoid travel in the dark or avoid travel when the sun's not out, that is also helpful. So please take your time. Please give us another few days to clear the snow. It's going to take several more days to really widen out roads to what you're accustomed to. The more we move snow, the higher it is, the more it weighs, and the harder it is to move. So we expect that we will continue to see lots of closures and cancellations throughout the week. So we appreciate your patience. And again, if you feel that we have missed your road, please call 301-600-1564. If you need emergency assistance, please call 911. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your cooperation. And again, I do want to thank our hardworking county employees who have been out there working extended hours to try to open our roads and to keep our community safe. If you have questions, feel free to contact us. We're trying to provide updates on our webpage and on Facebook. Thank you.